Hey, it's Beth Rosman with the Intuitive Solutions for the full moon report that I just did on April 22nd. So, if you listen to that report, you probably receive the information that it's a very transformative, a little bit of a shaking up time, a time when new insights can come in, and an illumination time with this full moon energy. And sometimes and plus we have a lot of squares, and when you get a full moon, sometimes there can be a greater pull on the seismic activity, and even our own emotions feel a little bit more shaky. And I wanted to give you some tools, offer you some tools that you could use in the coming days or anytime to stay grounded and be prepared to do the work you need to do, whether it be to do your job, to teach, to caregive, or to do ceremony and do full moon ceremonies, or make a list. Full moons are very good times to manifest, especially with our Scorpio full moon of transformation and illumination into the underworld. And even the Sabian symbol for Scorpio, for the 7 degree of Scorpio full moon on the 26th Monday at 8:31 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The Sabian symbol is about deep sea divers with special equipment that have the ability to go down underneath the water and find out what's going on. And then the next degree for that is a moonlight shimmering over the water. So not only can we see what's underneath it, we can also get the reflections of what's coming in from outside. So we want to be really prepared to receive those insights. And the best way to do that is to stay grounded and be empowered over yourself and connecting with source. So that's what we're going to do in this energy exercise that I would invite you to join me with today. And you can play this back anytime, because spirit, in the realm of spirit, there is no time and there is no space. Just by your will and intention, listening to this now, if there are any clearings or anything that come through this medium, they will transcend time and space, and you'll receive them for only that which is in your highest and best interest at the time and place that you are, especially with your will and intention. If you put the query out there and the intent to receive it, then you can maximize it. So the first thing I'd like to do is a physical body mudra to ensure we are 100% clear to give and receive 100% accurate and truthful, reliable information now. That was a lot, right? Well, I work from the idea that if it can be named, it can be cleared. It's the Hermetic law of naming. So if you're specific, that's the key. So, but we also need to make sure we're 100% clear. And to do that, there's just a simple body movement. We'll take our arms like this. It doesn't matter if your right is over your left or left is over your right, but just do this. And this will represent our baseline neurological functions. And sometimes if our neurological switching is misfiring or is not turned on, we're getting mixed messages. Sometimes those of you who dowse or do pendulum dowsing or muscle testing, and you don't do it because you can't trust the results, a lot of times it's because you're not clear to give and receive 100% accurate, truthful, reliable information now. But this little technique, it works almost nearly every time I've tried it. So we're just going to start like this and then just going to cross over like that. You might do it again. Breathe in and then breathe in. We'll do it 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out. And start initiating some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. I already feel more centered. I hope you do too. That's the baseline. I start almost every day like that. And before I do any session with anybody, myself or a client, I do always make sure we're clear to give and receive 100% accurate, truthful, reliable information now. I'm also a trustee board member of the American Society of Dowsers, so I teach dowsing. We love dowsing. I'd love to tell you more about it. Leave a comment. Connect with me if you'd like to learn more. I do classes every now and then. So, but that technique is just great to go out into the regular world, because you're going to have a little more clarity and calm being out and about doing that. And then the second technique I want to lead you into is just making sure that you're grounded. because a lot of us love to be in our brains and our etheric field and love to be out in the ethers and dream and fly, and that's wonderful, but we need to be able to really function in the real world, drive a car, go out on the sidewalk, pick up our kids from school, whatever it is we have to do. It's really good to be physically present. You could even douse the amount that you're in your body expressed as a percentage. And I know that sounds a little out there, but we can physically have a body, but if our consciousness is on other things or out there, we're really, really not in our bodies, which can cause some severe problems and safety issues. And so whenever I end a session or a class, formally, I ask that everybody get back in their body. We won't do that today, but the biggest thing I want to show you is putting a grounding cord in. And I used to fall a lot. I would just tumble and I would just fall, and because I wasn't in my body. But I started putting the grounding cord in. So you could do it from your heart. I like to do it from my gut, my stomach. And I just think of a gold bond of light going down from my sacral chakra into the earth. It could be the core iron center of the earth. It could be down to the core of the cosmos. So with an in-breath, think about that place you're going to connect the grounding cord. It could be in your belly button or down a little farther in your sacral chakra, solar plexus, belly button, or sacral chakra, or your root chakra, whichever feels best, and in a bright color that you like, and connect down into the core of the earth, the cosmos, on the out breath. You can almost feel yourself being more grounded into the earth. So now that we have our accuracy, we're clear to give and receive accurate, reliable information. We're grounded into the earth. And the last one I'd like to lead you into now is the empowerment code card. This is the Phoenix Vibrational Healing Empowerment Code card that I will activate on your behalf at this time. And all you need to do, and this actually, if you've been doing any new changes or spiritual work lately, you've changed your whole baseline vibratory frequency, and you want to make sure that you're actually empowered then over your new self, your new life, your new goals. And so at the end of any session or a change, and especially right now in the times we're in, it's so important to know that we are empowered. We have the power with our minds to produce, to use mental alchemy, which is the ability of the mind to change physical reality. And the best way to go about being able to do that first is empower yourself over that. Empower yourself over your body, your mind, your entire energy field complex. And so with the full moon coming up too, this will help activate those manifestations you're intending, or anything you do around this time, you put your goals to, and will help your health too, potentially. It could. So I'll hold this up, and all you will need to do is just breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose 3 times. That will represent your empowerment. You might feel it, and you don't have to see what the card is actually saying. This card has been infused by millions of codes and frequencies that just visually keying in on it will activate your field. Activate your field of empowerment now. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Breathe in your empowerment through the mouth from this card as you stare at it. Out through the nose, in through the mouth, and out through the nose. One more time. How are you feeling? A little more empowered, maybe. Maybe a shift, maybe a subtle tingling. So those are my big 3 tools I like before I do any manifesting or deep work. We had the clear to give and receive mudra, the grounding cord, the empowerment card. My website is theintuitivesolution.com. I'm available for appointments and classes. I teach this work, how to do it, sacred geometry essentially, vibrational healing, and I would love to hear from you, and happy full moon time. Thank you for joining me today and tonight. Take care.